What's that going on, everybody? Am I streaming yet? There we go. Jeez, talk about taking a while. There we go. All right. Good to see everybody. Morning. Morning. Whoa. Look at this crowd. Oh, my goodness. What is going on in here? Joe, morning. Good to see everybody. Morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day this particular video finds you. Who's good to see you, Wayne. Ryan. Good to see ya. Shambot, morning. Tad, good to see ya. Victor. Matt, good to see ya. William. Harrigan, Day. Are you at the con? Yeah, going to the local con. Nice. Got it. Nice. Okay, that's not what I want. That's good. Great. Blake, good to see ya. Mr. Salzvettel, good to see you, buddy. Good to see ya. Let's see who else. Ryan, Eileen, good to see you. Orcus Dorcas, punctual, unusually punctual, strange. Gabe, good to see you. CJ, Kevin, Saltheart, good to see you. Good crowd. Exceptional crowd. Smart crowd. Great crowd. All right. Yeah, I am like super warm down here. I think I'm going to have to turn on a fan, and hopefully it won't make any noise. Keep me from sweating under these bright studio lights. Yeah, right. Whatever. All right. Let's see. Let's get to the question of the day, huh? Question of the day. No points for originality on this one. What are you consuming? Movie, TV, book, whatever it is that you currently find interesting at the moment. That you would say, oh, you guys got to check this out. Book, movie, TV show, something you recently watched. Let's not go back into the archives of your consuming brain or your media consuming brain. Could be an RPG, doesn't have to be. Could be RPG related, doesn't have to be. Just in general. This one is, hey, get to know your fellow community members a little bit better, I think. Wayne says, TV Evil on Netflix, reading Salem's Lot. So we just finished Evil last night, the last episode. I have mixed feelings. My wife loved it quite a bit, or enjoyed it quite a bit. So you don't have too much, don't have much too busy. Got to make time. Got to make time for yourself. But I get it. Finally getting around to watching Cobra Kai. You know, just starting out. Spoiler, Johnny doesn't sweep the leg. Who says I should finish up Warrior on Netflix? Okay, all right. Finally reading Between Two Fires and really enjoying it, says Tad. Interesting. Two Fires. Victor says been doing movies lately. Watched Alien Romulus yesterday. How is it? Is it worth going? Give us the Victor Wyatt Rotten Tomato score. Megatron, Sanderson's Way of Kings. Seems like the year of Sanderson. Gabe, reading Margaret Weiss's Dark Disciples trilogy, Volume 2. Whoa. I would not have pegged you as a Margaret Weiss consumer. All right, just watched the first episode of John Barenthal's Punisher and surprisingly dug it. It's a good one. I think, hot take, and some will probably vehemently agree, I think the Marvel series on Netflix are better than any of the Marvel series on Disney Plus. Yeah, I said it. Daredevil. What's her name? I can't remember the who is it? Shoot. It's not Veronica Mars. I can't remember her name. The Punisher. What's her name? Daredevil. Luke Cage. Just rewatched Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. Now I need to read the book. He's on season 2. Johnny Lawrence. It's a great character. I actually have come to like Johnny Lawrence more than Daniel LaRusso in the Cobra Kai series. There's a certain, I don't know, with his ignorance, it's quite amusing. Anyway, Blake's RPG Zone. Get in the zone with Blake's RPG Zone. Watching APs for Vaessen and Dragonbane. Well, who is APs? Any plugs you want to put out there, Blake? Any specific ones or just in general? Oh, excuse me, Eileen we did just finally finish X-Men 97, and I'm playing Stray Gods on PC. Well, there you go. See, you are doing stuff. It's not all about the academics and textbooks and reports and all that good stuff. Wayne says, reading RPGs Outgunned, The Big Store, Mystic Punks, Quick Start, Cowboy Bebop, Quick Start. Uh-oh, Gabe is chiming in. Alien Romulus is great. I saw it too. I should probably catch it. Maybe I'll catch, I don't know if it'll be playing when I go to Austin. I go to Austin in September. There's I noticed not too far from my hotel is a movie theater. I might be able to drag my wife, because that's what I do. I drag my wife everywhere. I may be able to get her to go to Alien Romulus. She went to Wolverine and Deadpool. My wife's she's not comic books. She liked Wolverine and Deadpool. And the only reason she went is because my nephew wanted to go. Saltheart reading C.J. Sherry's Pride of Shanur series. You should go see Romulus because there's way too many spoilers. Oh boy. Makes you want to run Alien, don't you? Doesn't it? Mothership. Dead Space. Insert other creepy space science fiction show. Shambot version 42, because there's a difference between version 40 and 21. Book On Trails, and before that was my Fundamentals and Standards course book. Oh. You found that interesting, did you? Ready to jump back into the RPG verse? Yes, indeed. Victor says the movie was excellent. I want another already. Good. So it's a little bit better than Prometheus, huh? Yikes. Blake, you like Dolph Lundgren's Punisher movie? I don't know if I saw that one. Dolph Lundgren. Ryan West reading Kaiju Preservation Society. Watching The Newsroom. Yes, I know I'm a decade late. And Evil on Netflix, and I 100% agree with you about the Marvel series. Yeah. Jessica Jones, baby. Jessica Jones. Yes. Jessica Jones. Everybody Jessica Jones. I think I'm going to purposely forget things. Not that I have a hard time doing that, but it'll give you guys something to jump on. See who can complete my thought the fastest. Orcus Dorcas says, hate watching Time Bandits. I've been trying to convince myself it's just an elaborate joke on everyone. I saw the original in the movie theater. I can't remember half the movie. So long ago. Nubis also watched Alien Romulus in the cinema this week. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's cool, but nothing special in Nubis' opinion. Well, thanks contributing to the worldwide earnings of Alien Romulus, Nubis. It's almost like a movie itself. Alien Romulus Nubis. That'll be the prequel. Alien Romulus Nubis. I don't know what I'm doing over here. Also got my pre-orders for HeroScape. Lots of toys. Salt Heart Strange and Norrell was a fantastic series. Too many spoilers. That's fine. Don't spoil anything. We don't want to do that. Street Level Supers rock. It would have been. Did they have a crossover? I think there was cameos, but I don't remember. I thought there was I can't remember that group's name. There's a group for all four of those folks. I can't remember what. See, now you have to chime in because I don't even remember what it is. Wouldn't be able to tell you. But I thought that would have been a good one, right? It's definitely a redemption story for Johnny. He's a great character. He is. He plays him really good too. Like sometimes I don't know, man. Some actors, as they age, if they were younger when they started, I don't know if they. I'm sure he didn't have that big gap in acting. I'm sure he was doing quite a bit of stuff in between then and now, but still. Weekly Scroll has some good Dragonbane AP. There you go. Go check out Weekly Scroll. Favorite Sherry, am I even saying her name right? Sherry. Navos Merchant's Luck. Assuming that's Sherry female. I don't even know. Could be a man. I'm totally probably butchering the name. RPG consumption has been dealt to green as well as it should. Very well. Well done, Orcus Dorcas. Street Level Supers vote. RPG Exiles, good to see you. What are you consuming, movie, book, TV show that you find interesting? Does not have to be RPG or geek related. And Iron Fist, yes, I forgot about the Iron Fist. I think I was the least interested in him, actually. It is true. You're right, CJ. That would be the exception. But I would say, what is that? 4 out of 5? Is that, am I counting them right? Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. Right? 4? The Punisher, 5. So 4 out of 5. Not too shabby, I would say. Read The Valley of Flowers. Excellent. Reading Electrum Archive. Pretty good. Still need to read issue number 2. Playing through Elden Ring video game was spectacular. Playing Sekiro now. Ciao, Eileen. Thanks for stopping in, making an appearance. Eileen is the drive-by person. Whoop. Hey, I'm going to stop in. Hey, guys. Oh, got to take off. That's okay, though. Not a knock. Just saying. Always good to see you. The Defenders? That's what it was? Yeah. Okay. I'll take your word for it. There was a 4-episode crossover? Oh, there was? I missed it. See? Defenders. 100 points to Blake. I'm backlogged on books. Still have a pile next to my bed and I haven't read from October. Sherry. Or is it Cherry? So, can't say it in the text. Okay. Lester Del Rey convinced her to add an H to sound more literary. Oh, wow, that is authors. Authors seem so authory sometimes. I don't know what it is. Authory. Yeah, that's my new word. Perhaps you should add an H to the end of your name and it'll sound much more authory. Zveefer, good to see you. Legion on NFX makes up for Iron Fist. Oh boy. Anybody a fan of The Boys? Right? Isn't that The Boys, the Amazon one? I mean, it's been like, wow, it's been on a few seasons. FYI, there's talk that Evil may get new life since it's tearing up Netflix right now. That may be a terrible idea. I have not finished it yet. Yeah, I think there was a campaign on Twitter to do that, to have Netflix pick it up. Played some Dragonbane on Thursday. Very nice. Reading 2 books. One called Between Two Fires by Christopher Boulan and the other East of Eden. Somebody else just said that. Who'd let this guy in here? Who let this guy in here? Oh, Jesus. Oh. Security. Oh, now my camera is moving all over. That's fantastic. Security. What's up, Edwin? What are you consuming right now? Share with us, Edwin. What are you consuming right now? Anything, TV, movies, books, doesn't have to be RPG related, but if it is, great. What are you consuming, man? That you would say, hey, you guys should check this out. It's pretty good. I like it. Ryan says, gosh, stop being so authory. The Boys, oi, what a train wreck. I can't look away. I like The Boys dragging a bit, but it's cool. Big Caught, how are you doing? Good. Thanks for coming by, dude. I hope all is well. As I start every LinkedIn message ever. Now I gotta get my calendar. Gotta get my thing to stop here. There we go. Boys is a great show. However, there's people out there that said the last season was a little weak. I think they run out of juice on some of these series, right? Yeah, you have a bad season of Sopranos, you have a bad season of Breaking Bad. Like when you go that long, I don't know if the show knows how long it's going to be, so they never plan out like an 8 season series. So you're going to have one in there that's like, so what do we do? And so the end is probably okay, and then the beginning, and then in between, there's probably a season or 2 that just kind of like, what were they thinking? Kristen, good to see you. Love The Boys, Tad says. Edwin says, just read 2 books because I'm stuck in a hotel with the COVID. You're stuck in a hotel with COVID? Are you self-isolating in a hotel? Read a 1950s parlor mystery, Fog of Doubt. Complicated clue trail for sure, and a short book called Nature's Numbers about math. Oh, interesting. I bet you that Nature's Numbers about math is probably pretty fascinating. As long as it doesn't get too crazy over my head. Zveefer, I'm working through the Harry Dresden series. Want to eventually play the RPG inspired by it as well. Interesting. Watched Bone Tomahawk last night for the first time. Very good. How many of us could keep renewing an RPG campaign? Got the audiobooks for Dresden. Great stuff. Okay, I'm watching Dresden as well. Dresden. So I'm at the mercy of my wife when it comes to the TV's shows. So we just finished Evil. We just started 7M, the dancing TikTok cult. What the? I don't know what it is. In RPGs, if I play Call of Cthulhu, I just think cults, and even in RPG, even in fantasy, cults to me are always, I don't know, they just are kind of, there's a cult leader, they're, all kind of in this thing together, trying to do something maniacal and evil or whatever. I always find it as very I don't know. It doesn't. It cultists and things of that nature. They just don't. I think it's the way they're probably conveyed or kind of how I've thought about them in RPGs. But cults in real life really bug the crap out of me. Like they really get under my skin. Like watching documentaries on them just unnerve me to some degree. Like down, like deep within myself. I don't know what it is. I think it has to do with just the over manipulation of good people. And then they get too wrapped up in stuff and they can't see the forest through the trees. And I find it fascinating because you just think like these people are fairly intelligent and they just, what is going on? Like something else, like, I don't know. It's just strange to me. So I just finished episode 1 because we got done with Evil and then Tam's like, we should watch this. And I'm like, oh, okay. Edwin says last TV series was Mountain Detective. Definite recommend. Cults are just factions. Oh, yeah, wow. There's something. There's a statement. That's true. I mean, I'm trying to start one here, but, you know, I guess you can talk to your family members. And I'm not making as much money. Kool-Aid for everybody. Hashtag too soon? No, of course not. Cults in RPG are bland. Yeah. Cults are tired. Yeah. I watched Jim Jones. Yeah, freaked me out. There was one, I don't know if it was the I was just telling my wife this last night. We'll get to RPGs, I promise. But I was talking to my wife last night, and there was a show in the 80s, very early 80s maybe 70s. But it was very, very young. It might have been, I don't know if it was the thing on Jim Jones with, what's his name? I can't remember. Anyways, the guy who played him. But there was like a deprogramming piece of it. Like they literally had to go there, you know, the typical white van, no windows, and kidnap their own family member back and stick him in a van and tie him down on a chair or put him in a room and lock him in a room and then have a deprogrammer come in to like unwrap their brain around the cult. And like, I don't know if that made any impact on me as a kid or what, but real life cults are honestly too disturbing to use in RPGs and fiction. I would probably agree with that. Like to get really into it. Plus they scare the living bejesus out of me, like some of these. And I think it's just how they like get away with all their crap. It's such a weird thing. Like, you know, they called in the documentary they called like the Center for Human Trafficking or something, and you know they couldn't do anything because the people that they were. So the parents got together and they're like, so we took matters in our own hands and we're gonna, you know, started tapping resources, and they called like the Center for Human Trafficking. I don't know if it was the center of, but it was a human trafficking organization. They were on the phone recording it, and they basically were saying, well, because the people there and the people that you're concerned about are over 18, there's really not much we can do. You know, it's like they're there by their own will, you know, on their own will. They didn't really say that, but, and it's, look, just in case anybody comes across this that has any experience with that area, I'm not an expert. I don't pretend to be. It's very scary. It really ruins a lot of people's lives and families. So I don't mean to make light of that by any means, but it's probably why one reason why it freaks me the hell out. Though fairly intelligent equals equally as lost. Yeah, there always seem to be like kind of trying to find something, and then they somebody peels that back, and then they just, you know, they really go nuts on that. They leverage it to no end. Actual cults are terrifying. It's like, how did they ever get to that point? Yep, for sure. Yeah. Underdeveloped cults are boring, but I think realistic cults could be really cool in an investigative type of RPG. Yeah, there's one Delta Green scenario that is pretty interesting. I don't like Kool-Aid that much. Wow. Cult of Vanilla Coke, Cult of Pompadour. Great. I heard that in the Cult of D&D, you have to kill yourself for real if your character dies. I feel like I saw that same show about that cult, Sean. It sounds very familiar. I know, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was like the Jim Jones one, right, where they did it, and then it was just a segment of them getting somebody out of it. But there was something in there, like. But I thought it was very focused on this whole like person getting looped into it, and then the parents. And it was like a Bobby Benson was in it or something. Maybe Bobby Benson. I don't know. He seemed to be in like every after school special. Like it wasn't even Hallmark, but some of those Christy McNichol, like some of those folks are always in like every, short series show about something. Cult talk. Oh God, cults are bad. MK for sure. Only thing worse than cults is GURPS. GURPS. Once visited a Hare Krishna temple as part of an abnormal psychology project in college. Scary as hell. Yeah, it's so weird. Come to me, my child. Which Delta Green scenario was a cult? Still haven't read God's Teeth. It's not that one. It's shoot, I ran it. Who did I run it for? Booger. I know somebody in the chat was probably in that game. I cannot remember it. Possible Landscape has some interesting people. Yeah, but I don't even know if that's a. Well, I guess. Well, that's a whole topic to be, to debate. The Good Life. I don't know. No, it wasn't Sweetness. It was the. Did I not finish it? I did finish it with somebody because they blew up their encampment. Pickup game? I don't know. Delta Green for me, I don't know if it can do it in a 4-hour session. It would have to be very, very brief. I played in Forrest Gary's one shot for a convention that was online. And he had it pretty succinct, but so the Waco treatment then? I don't know. I know the one West Coast, right? Yeah, I think so. Was it I could probably pull up my sheet and resources and look at it. It was, God, I know I'm not going to remember the title. But I'm trying to think of why the people were there. Was it the missing YouTuber, right? He's like doing a video and then he disappeared. And I see the picture of the person because it was like a handout. Yes, that's the one. Harrigan. I think Harrigan's been in every damn Delta Green scenario I've run so far. Hourglass? Could have been Hourglass. Is that the one for Hourglass? Yeah. Who says Hourglass? In Oregon. Yeah. I think yeah. You weren't in that one? I can't remember who was in it. Anyways. We'll wrap this one up. We got like every conversation is like starts with the question of the day and then it's like no fault of my own. Also, I will say the other thing that I read, but it's been a little while. I mean, I'm not an avid reader, which I've probably conveyed before, but I finished oh, blast it all. I gotta find it is the book on booger. I think I could find it in my. I liked it quite a bit. It's a true story about the terrible. Oh shoot! Let's see if I can find it. No. Books. Orders books. Say Nothing. Here, I'll show it to you. I have the luxury of being able to do this. Say Nothing, a true story of murder and memory in Northern Ireland. Somebody recommended this online, some like big star. And so I just picked it up. It was like one of the number one bestseller or one of the bestsellers, New York Times bestseller list of the year 2020, 2022. Oh, there it is. National Book Critics Circle Award winner 2019. Got a bunch of awards. 14,000 ratings, and it's like 4.5 stars. So it's about the time of the Troubles in Ireland, Northern Ireland, and some of the movers and shakers in the IRA movement, and pretty damn crazy, in my opinion. It's probably not for everybody, but if you have an interest in that, basically the premise, a true story of murder and memory in Northern Ireland, is that basically it says here, Jean McConville, she was like a mother of 10 kids, like was basically dragged out of her home in 1972 and never seen again. And then the story kind of weaves in and out of these players in the IRA, and then eventually you find out what happened to Jean. The story is not all about her and her family and her missing, but it's an interesting book. Like I said, I'm not a big avid reader, but if you like those kinds of books, I highly recommend it for sure. So anyways, let's get into some RPG stuff. Hey. Let's do this. I'm already way in. Let's go to RPG news. RPG news, not a ton, really, that I would consider it. DCC Organized Play is coming soon. This came out August 22nd, 2024. This is being recorded 2 days later. In fact, it's already started. So I guess not only am I behind, but so is Goodman Games in knowing that they already started Organized Play. They're in the middle of year 0. Not to be mistaken for, that other year 0 thing. Of the Goodman Games Organized Play project, with events having already been held at both GaryCon and Gen Con. And if you're going to GameholeCon, hey-o, you could still be a part of this introductory process. First off, what's Organized Play? They will cover both DCC and 5e. And while you can't have your character cross over from one to the other, you can certainly play in both if you like. So when you start talking to, if you look at Brendan LaSalle's events at GameholeCon, are they Organized Play? So you could always, when you go to convention event lists, I always seem you could pick out Organized Play very quickly because they name the events, after the module that they're running, which is like many people, but it's always got some weird DCC 02-568 blah. So something to keep in mind if you're interested in that. I would imagine they'd have to have some type of standard on character creation and things of that nature, which probably isn't too much because DCC, so does that mean you have to create a 0-level character first? Anyways, that's something to know. Probably not a bad thing for the DCCs. Let's get into bundles. Moving right along, yo. Waka! Oh, let me put in the links. Mr. West might get perturbed. Hey, and if you like what you're maybe listening to or seeing, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down, if you would be so kind, please. I would really appreciate that before you bow out and you got to take off. DCC speaking. Oh, okay, DCC is not a cult. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, if you not to beat this topic to death, but in my humble opinion, if you could talk with family members without retribution, and you're not cut off from kind of doing the things you kind of want to do, You're probably not in a cult. Just saying. Just saying. Moving on. So 2 bundles. Maguire Baker versus Cancer. So Maguire Baker, if you're not familiar with Maguire, she has been involved with RPGs for quite some time and part of the other half of Lumpley Games. Lumpley Games has put out, Apocalypse World, amongst many other things, Dogs in the Vineyard, although that might have been prior to McGay. But regardless, she's got cancer. So I think we can all agree, go fuck cancer. And if you can help out, they put a nice bundle together, and it's got some really great products in it. Okay, there's some, like if you don't own some of these, it's a $25 bundle. It's typical valued at $230. It's got Catch the Devil, Delta Green's A Night at the Opera, Little Fears, by Jason Blair, who I know personally, Night Witches from Jason Morningstar. Some of these are pretty popular. Red Wings Gambit, 13th Age Core Book. Granted, they're coming out with the 2nd edition, but still, nonetheless, Alice is Missing. Then, of course, Apocalypse World 2nd edition. So if you can help, great. If you're interested, there you go. We wish McGay speedy recovery. And that's all I have to say about that. Stupid fucking cancer. Next up, bundle holding, world's largest bundle. So this has got some cool stuff in it. I have the Ultimate Toolbox in hardback. Or actually, maybe it's not in hardback because it's probably not. Because I think I had it printed in spiral bound. Or I bound it myself. I can't remember. But the Ultimate Toolbox is pretty good. That and the... Oh, shoot. The one by Matt Finch is good. Like, if you have that combo, it's a pretty decent resource for putting together some RPG stuff. Anyways, it's got the world's largest dungeon in it, which is crazy obnoxious. And then it's got some other stuff in it. So the Ultimate Toolbox, like I mentioned, is good. It's 400 pages. It really, pick and choose what you want. Empire War, Mercenaries, I've seen before. I'm not. Gods, Magic, and Relics, I've seen before. Like, this whole series I've seen before. I just haven't bought it and gotten into it. So check out any of that stuff. It's not going to break the bank. And then, of course, the world's largest dungeon, world's largest city. So there you go. I think it's like you chip in close to $30. You helped out the charity. And the charity is, I skipped right over it, I think. Yeah. Direct Relief, which seems to be pretty popular on this site. So there you go. Tome of Adventure Design. Reading aids, right. Yes. Tome of Adventure Design. And then the toolbox is a good one. Boop. Boop. Did I put the... And the bundle for McGay. See you here. You're going to have fun at the con, buddy. Don't have too much fun. Her. Okay, well, just there we go. Let's see. Getting a little discombobulated here. And then next, and not last but not least, Humble Bundle Star Trek First Edition Collection. It's 36 items. Now I know they've had Star Trek bundles before. Probably made up of most of the things in here, but you never know. So, and if you missed it before, here it goes. They are coming out with a 2nd edition. And I think it's out, right? Gabe, did you grab that yet? But regardless, if you're even remotely interested in Star Trek 2D20 from Modiphius, this is a good one. Like $440 value. You can get it for like $30. And plenty of playtime. Kristen said, I've had the Ultimate Toolbox on my wish list for so long, but it's so expensive now. Yeah. Well, now you can get it for that bundle, right? Any of you all running the 1 hour D&D 5th anniversary games at Gamehole? Running or playing? No. I have not. Gabe says he has not gotten the 2nd edition. I have not got it yet. Got it. Okay. Just curious. Just curious. Just curious. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. Let's get into print news, right? Print news. Alrighty. First one. Worlds and Realms. Dungeons and Dragons Worlds and Realms Adventures from Greyhawk to Faerun and Beyond. It's a hardcover book done by Adam Lee, published by Random House. For whatever reason, I get these, and they are on ForbiddenPlanet.com, and the prices are in quid. So I'm not quite sure, but regardless. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. Anyways, just wanted to see if there would be a dollar conversion. Celebrate 50 years of spellbinding settings and planes of Dungeons and Dragons with this beautifully illustrated exploration of the multiverse. Not sure. With Mordenkainen's guidance, readers will revisit worlds that have come to define D&D over the decades, from the familiar realms of the material plane to lands beyond the astral sea. Some award-winning contributors: Shelley Johnson, Jody Hauser, Eric Campbell, Jasmine Bullar, Jeffrey Golden. So there you go. Full of exciting and enchanting artwork showing 50 years of gameplay from vintage D&D through the present. The original cover and chapter opener illustrations. Worlds and Realms is a spellbinding tour of the strange and wonderful worlds of the multiverse. I really don't like that term anymore. I think just Avengers and D&D is just like, blah, multiverse. Just me? Probably just me. I don't know why. All right, see ya, Shambot. Good to see ya. Have fun. There you go. If you're interested in Das Buch. Boom, 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 boom. Wanted to bring this one up. DC20 Core Rules Beta 0.8. So this had a crowdfunding campaign, and now you can get, I think there was a quick start, but now you can get the 0.8 beta version rules. But I wanted to highlight this thing because it was a pretty decent sized crowdsourced campaign. Made quite a bit of money. And in this, even on this page, it talks about a little bit about the game, like dynamic agency. Players get 4 action points in combat to spend on a variety of actions, both on and off their turn. And then everyone has resources to spend in unique and custom ways. Exciting mechanic. I could probably, Gibbs probably can't read any of this. What else? Exciting mechanics. Nat 20s across the entire game, leading to an electric energy at your table. Unique challenge system, which are for all 3 pillars of the game: social, combat, and exploration. 4 simple attributes: might, agility, intelligence, charisma. 4 action point system, makes combat more fluid and dynamic. Anybody check this out yet? DC20. Exploration mechanics, travel, rest, and downtime. Social mechanics, disposition, reputation, and morale. Skill challenge mechanics around the combat, social, and exploration pieces. Well, you know, now it did break $1 million. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is $35 for the PDF. But I mean, if you're going to pay it, you're going to play it. I think that's the problem with some of these bundles, right? Like, hey, it's $10 and then we get it because it's such a great deal. And then it's like, There was, I think I mentioned on a stream before, there's like this value, intrinsic value thing. Like if you, I think Gamma, I knew a store owner that went to Gamma and they were talking about like pricing things too low. Even if you could, it diminishes the value of the product. And so people might not buy it because it's like $5, or they buy it because it is $5, but not because they're interested in the actual game. Like there's this weird conundrum with that. So while it's $35, I mean, if somebody pays $35, I got to imagine they're going to want to get this thing to the table, right? Right. And if that's you, great. But if it's not, that's okay. I am interested in taking like Pathfinder, DC-20, the newest iteration of D&D, whatever we're calling it, Tales of the Valiant, maybe MCDM, or what? I forgot the Blade, Raw Blade, Steel Blade, Blade Steel. I can't remember what the name of. Sorry, Matt. Yeah, Krista says RPGs are priced way too low. Yeah. Sometimes it can weed a lot of stuff out too. Like, hey, that's the problem because D&D clone games are a commodity now. Well, they're all a commodity, right? There's probably more RPGs than there are. There's probably more RPGs to play than there are community members and players to play them. Crazy. That would be an interesting stat to look up. Anyways, I'm just interested to take those and see how they all stack against each other. All right, Joe, was it something I said? See you, Joe. All right. Well, we digress. What is going on here? Did I not mark this correctly? Oh, no. Let me see. That's interesting. Maybe they remove this. I got a weird page. The Between, I posted this on Discord. The Between is pay what you want now. Jason Cordova and the Gauntlet's going to be crowdsourcing it, like the full-blown, I guess, version, because this is the preview edition. But nonetheless, people have been playing it. So now it's pay what you want. There you go. I guess you could consider it even just like a, I don't know about a quick start, but, you know, if you're interested in getting this, there you go. Let me put that in there. I think I thought I saw this, and he changed it to pay what you want before I realized he was crowdsourcing the full version. That's intrinsic value problem is something creators have when asked what to charge for their work. They often they undervalue theirs. Yeah. I'm really happy with the quality of Brindlewood Bay and the trophy Kickstarters. I'm pretty excited for The Between. It's not really a demo copy. It's got 3 seasons of content. Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. It says preview edition, but I think that's the, like, whatever's trying to differentiate one versus the other. Solid Heart, as a creator, says, my own Burn 2d6 core rules, a single purchase away from silver status. Got to make a second drive-through account. Very undervalued. Good deal. Go check out Burn 2d6 by Salt Heart Media. Just grabbed our brilliant ruin off drive-through. Going to check it out. I dig some Justin Akili. It was just half off this week. Solid Heart. I bought a copy. There you go. Booyah. Let's go into Ian World stuff here. Fraser, good to see ya. Oh, I gotta get him on the screen there. And Victor is Fraser as a creator. It's a constant struggle to find a price point that's fair and attractive, but doesn't undervalue my work for the cost of the inputs. Yeah, I'm sure it's not easy to come up with like what to charge. I don't know. It's like this thing where it's like you could sell 1,000 copies with a markup of $1, right? Make $1,000. Or you sell 100 copies, at $10. Not telling you how to run your business, but I'm sure it's a huge conundrum. But I do think I've always kind of hinted at RPGs being, especially like PDFs, being priced pretty low. I mean, the books too. I mean, kind of to some degree. We spend money on dumber shit. That's all I got to say. Old school essentials. D&D 5e, Historic, Arcana, Marvel, Multiverse, all the stuff. RPG print news. First one, Isle of Joy, an Old School and Cool, Volume 5 by Night Owl Publishing. The Isle of Joy. Trapped upon the doomed Isle of Joy, the spirits that once served its masters lure the hapless PC to its shores in a desperate hope that they can somehow find release. Very good. Historica Arcanum, the city of Crescent, not Crescent. Who is this doorknob? Me. I'm talking about me, not the author of Historica Arcanum. Hardcover edition, softcover or hardcover, Empires of the Silk Road, Herald of Rain. $50, $55. D&D 5th edition. Arcane powers, eldritch horrors, and unlikely heroes clash in secrecy in a world much like ours in the setting of Historica Arcanum. The settings and adventures are grittier, more realistic, and feature characters and storylines inspired by Earth's history, cultures, and myths. So there you go. That's quite a write-up there. You guys can check it out. Next, multiverse role-playing game, X-Men expansion. Hardcover supplement for 50 bones. I should probably get into one of these games at GameholeCon, see what it's all about. The guy who never plays supers. Outsider's Guide by Third Eye Games. It's a part-time guide supplement, 2nd edition. There you go. Look at this stuff. What's this craziness? Modron, Slot Machine, Monodrone, Duodrone, Tridrone, Quadrone by WizKids. For 5th edition, Planescape Adventures in the Multiverse. That's it. That's all those for print news. Booyah, booyah, booyah. Did I put the link in the chat? No, probably not. Well, let's do that, shall we? There we go. There, it's in there. Okay, fine. Make sure nobody's killing anybody in the chat. It's not the higher... What the heck? It's not the higher priced PDFs I usually have an issue with. It's the lower priced ones where I pay $5+ and find out it really is something that should have been $1. Oh, yeah, I suppose. That's one thing, I guess. Right. Creators undervaluing their world usually leads people wanting to buy their work at the now expected lower value. Undervaluing your work hurts other creators too. Yes. Spectaculars is the new Supers RPG hotness. Tim Jensen. While it's on sale, it's a great game, and you should grab it while it's cheap. I've used the world building tools as Spectaculars, and it's pretty great. All right, let's get into crowdfunding, right? Crowdfunding. Whoosh. First up. Now this, okay. This thing. Oh, God. Hyper Mall. M-A-L-L. Mall. I'm going to the shopping mall. Unlimited violence comes to the dripping world of meat with a Kickstarter. Hyper Mall. Beloved Meat Punk Murder TTRPG and Crit Awards finalist is coming to the physical world, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So just here's what I read right off the bat. where was it? Oh, Hyper Mall Unlimited Violence answers several age-old questions. What if you could make a tech CEO piss his pants just by saying mean things? What if you could kill your boss so hard his bones exploded? What if, what if Walmart figured out a way to eliminate death as a concept, forcing its workers to forever resurrect, forever serve capital, forever worship the boots on their neck? Is there a category for most angsty RPG? You know there's irony behind this, right? Just say it. I'm sure it's very tongue-in-cheek and maybe. Using the all-new D6 dice pool rat system, players take on the role of desperate, deranged gig workers forced to kill for slaughter. The assassination app. Some are mutants, some are powerful psionics, and others are just freaks with guns. Each time a contractor dies, and they die a lot, their souls are captured by the resurrection matrix and shunted into freshly cloned bodies, for a fee, of course. This process is never perfect, and the contractors accumulate quirks and slight or not so slight changes to their physiology as they get mercilessly gunned down again and again by the genetically engineered mall cops and illegal cyborgs employed by the rich and famous. All this, and they can barely pay rent. Some of the funniest RPG writing I've seen embrace murder. So, yeah, there you go. Maybe this would probably be a kick-ass con game, right? Like, probably just any game, but Christian Serrano, darkest RPG ever. Yeah, good to see you, buddy. See you, William. Good to see you. Christian, good to see you. Just buy it now if you can, Kevin. Oh, he's talking about something else. Somebody definitely worked retail that wrote that. I just love games that are like so anti-capitalist, like it's like the just biggest evil in the world, and then they're selling the game. I don't need dice to sit at a table with 4 other people and talk about how awful work can be. Right? I sit at a table with dice and 4 people to escape how awful work can be. I'm sure this is very funny, though. Like, some of the stuff's probably pretty off the wall, is my guess. So, anyways, go check it out if you're interested. I thought, as soon as I read the first few lines, I was like, oh boy, here we go. As they're like posting this through their, computer phone with people slaving away making them. So, I don't know. It's not funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. It's funny because it's ironic to me. I don't know. Orcus says, maybe I can go darker. Maybe I should do IT technician, the RPG. I have stories. Bastard operator from hell. Right, Orcus? You know that one? It's a fun way to commiserate. Yeah, right. If somebody doesn't take themselves so seriously, then great. Which I would imagine that's that RPG. It seems like it might be a darker paranoia. Right, I agree. I'm sure they're marketing ironically, yes. It's funny because it's true. HRRPG. It should be called Inhuman Resources, the RPG. All right, I digress. In the Remnants of the World, play in the Smithereens. Plasmodics, Mutant Freaks in the Weird Future is live on Kickstarter. So this one, post-apocalyptic gonzo sci-fi one-shot and campaign play, 3 to 7 players. Check it out. Plasmodics is the tabletop role-playing game of post-apocalyptic gonzo sci-fi where sorta humans, kinda animals, mostly robots, and definitely aliens join hand in mutated hand. The world and its debris are yours to play in. Uncover odd artifacts, wrestle with opposing factions and your cryptic alliances, and see what this weird world has to offer. So it's inspired by Into the Odd by Chris McDowell and Cyber Metal 2012 by Adam Vass. A remake of the first edition classic post-apocalyptic RPG Gamma World. It's funding until September 5th. So there you go. Check that out. Bastard Operator from Hell. Are they still out there? Yeah, come on. Hey, Tyler, good to see you. Yeah. Come on. I've been around. I have knowledge. There's some things I will admit like are totally lost on me, but Bastard Operator from Hell, man. Some good fun. I think the one I remember, like the person who, what did he do? He made a guy take a floppy disk and put 2 magnets on each side and rub them on each side so he could recover his data. And then I think there was one where he had a user type his keyboard with his nose because the nose is the most sensitive and you can't press the keys too hard. Oh, man. Tim says, hey, sounds like another Rifts, dude. But does it have better rules than Rifts is the question. Adam Vass's stuff is really good. I didn't see that on my feed. Well, there you go. Speaking of riffs, I backed Savage reprint of riffs. Going to try it at Savage style riffs. Savage style. What do you play? Riffs? Really? Savage style. All right, moving right along. Hello, Tiny Con events. Might have to check this one out myself. Little thing here. Digital Gnomes Software is excited to announce the launch of TinyCon.events, an innovative web app designed to streamline the organization of small, bespoke tabletop game events and conventions. If your event is smaller than Gen Con, then you are our Huckleberry. You're going to look to raise $8,000, cover the app's maintenance, hosting, and support for the next year. I may have to check this out. We'll see. I like tabletop events. I don't know if it's the easiest system to understand in Grok, but now that I'm like 2 or 3 years into it, I think I can set it up pretty quickly. But nonetheless, the tricky thing with these things, I got to say, they better architect it correctly. So when everybody goes to register for their games, it just doesn't crash. That is like, that's it. That's the sell. Like it's got to be easy to use, user and administratively, and it cannot crash when you open Event Reg. There, I said it. You've heard it here first. Here's feedback directly to you before it even gets off the ground. Most anything better rules than Rifts. Vampire's better rules than Rifts. Matt Stark, good to see Rifts sucks no matter what system you use. Hey, now I might be a big Rifts player, all right? I LARP in IT as well. That's fantastic. Dude, that should be on your t-shirt. That should be on your shirt every day, Orcus Dorcas. All right, last but... Oh, something is missing. Oh, no. Oh, I'm like, I got a lot more to go. What am I doing here? The Necronomicon. The Necronomicon you can get now. The Necronomicon. That's right. You can, like, hey, what does society need? A cursed tome. And now it's on crowdfunding. It's on Kickstarter. There you go. That's all you need. To lose your mind. Unveiling in September 2024, John Dee's Necronomicon Recreated. Dare to cross the threshold into the realm of cosmic horror with our exquisitely crafted recreation of the 1596 Necronomicon. Yeah. Cheer. This would be a good player handout, right? It's not launched yet, but it's coming. 550 pages of black leather edition. Translation of the Kitab al-Azif. I think somebody posted it in our Discord. There you go. I don't know if I'll get this. I don't play a lot of Call of Cthulhu. I should probably play more. Speaking of cults. We should make a profile for cult leaders. Cannot blink. Number one trait, cult leader. Doesn't blink. I think the point of TinyCon is to be a potential replacement for Warhorn and other sites if they're shutting down. Tabletop events is good. Warhorn is tried my hand at Warhorn a little bit. Yikes. Just what you need to start your own very cult. I know, tying it all back together. There you go. Anybody gonna grab that? 550 pages, man. That thing is crazy. Next one, Barbarians of Lemuria. New Mythic Plus edition. It's coming. 436 followers. There's some Barbarians of Lemuria fans on the Discord that are highly aware of this coming. They're part of that 436 followers, I have no doubt. B, capital B, little O, capital L. I don't think I have it. Maybe I do. I'm not sure. The first one. The non-Mythic Plus edition. I think it's going to be the same thing. Right? Just maybe a few additions. Next up. This is one I'm interested in, but I probably won't back. Ars Magica, or Magica. Tomato. Definitive Edition. Launches October 15th. This is one of those games that's been around a while that I've never played. Like Pendragon I know a little bit about. This one is kind of lost on me. Although it's one of those staples in the RPG hobby, I think, that has been around for quite some time. It's going to be the new 5th edition, revised and expanded deluxe, new material. They're probably, looks fantastic. Anybody a fan of ours? Anyone? Edwin says, I've run B of L at a few cons. Good for short games. Okay. All right. Ryan says, I have R's 4th edition sitting next to me. But have you played it, sir, or run it? Matt Stark, never heard of R's before. Really? Never heard of Ars Magica? It's all right, he says. It's been around for a while. Was this Jonathan Tweet's game at one time, right? It will have an open license. The lead contender is Creative Commons. It says lead contender, so I guess they haven't decided on which one it's going to be yet. The J sound is the direct ancestor of World of Darkness. It's one of the few I've never read. I have an edition on my shelf, but it's low in the read list. Yeah. Ryan says what Tim said. Announced with a J sound, Ars Magica. Got it. Tim, you ever play it? Tim plays all of them. Like, if Tim hasn't played it, like, I don't even know if the thing exists. There it is. I ran the original when it came out. You should try it. There you go. Bill says, I'm in the same boat as you when it comes to Ars Magica. Never played or owned. Yeah. It's like there's these, like, staples in, like, Call of Cthulhu, Tunnels and Trolls, D&D, of course. There's the one, Jonathan Tweet one, that was really re-released. Travelers one, I would say. I would even say, like, if you get into modern stuff, like, you got to throw in Apocalypse World. Even though I have never played Apocalypse World, there's so many PBTA games that you almost have to know what Apocalypse World is. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Game was originally developed by Jonathan Tweet and Mark Reinhagen, with first edition published in 1987. Yeah. Gamma World, I'd throw in there. I don't know. The only reason I don't say Gamma World is because Gamma World seemed like it was there, way back in the day, and they re-released it, but it was not even the same. I've never played Apocalypse World. I've owned both editions and unloaded them. Turn your gamer card. I've never played Dogs in the Vineyard. I don't, Al Habib the Roach. Never played that. There's tons of games you own, Tim, that I've never played. There's a great novel from Judith Tarr with the same name. Not sure if they're connected. Staples in the industry, good term. Thanks, Gabe. I would say, you could get into the clones, but I wouldn't want to do that because then I think it just muddies things up. But some that are like Pendragon would be one. Even some campaigns, like Mask would be probably a campaign that would be like a staple in that space. Ravenloft for an adventure, maybe even, I don't know, maybe. But some of those, God, these things I know it's been around since the 80s, and I just never have played it. This is his fifth edition. What's the other one that I get Ars Magica confused with all the time? I can't remember. You guys are like, duh, Sean, I don't know either. I've had so many editions. I also grabbed softcover Dungeon World at the Half Price Books Thursday. Nice. I'd love to try Ars, but I've always heard it shines in campaign play, and unfortunately I don't get into to play many campaigns. Sean, ever played any PBTA game? Oh yeah, Dungeon World was my first one. I've run that and played Dungeon World. I've owned MASH. I got unloaded that. I've owned is it Hamish? Hashish? The person who did the Sprawl. I own that one. And then who's the big cyberpunk guy? Shoot. I think he did I can't remember what he did. He did one too. The Veil. I think The Veil, right? Am I wrong? I can't remember. Yeah, I've owned 4 or 5 PBTA games. And just I've played Monster Hearts, one shot. AW is the most influential RPG in the last 20 years. Everyone should try it at least once. Yeah. Pendragon would be on that list. We should just do that next week. Come up with a list. That'll be the question. Top 10 staples of RPGs, played or not. You've known them. They've been around for a while. You've heard of them. Never gotten to the table. Maybe you have. But if you had the Hall of Fame of RPGs, what would be in it? Amber, no. It's not that one, Gabe. It's, shoot. And I think we just went over it not too long ago, and I think it's coming back for another edition, but I cannot. What is it? Is it by Atlas Games? No, I got to find it out. Atlas Games. Products. I think it's Atlas Games, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, Atlas, where's all your RPG stuff? Over the Edge is another one. Ours is theirs. Unknown Armies might be thrown in there as well. It's not any of these. Not any of these that I'm thinking of. Shoot, it's gonna come to me right after the stream ends. Mage something? No. Come on, John. We're gonna pry it out of your brain. I've played BBTA games, but never played AW either. No desire, no argument on its impact. Yeah, that's fine. Earth Dawn, that's another one probably. Earth Dawn is one of many editions that a lot I've never played. I would say that would be one of them too. It's one with the magic, magic. It's all magic, I think, right? You play all wizards? Does that help? I don't remember. No, it's not mage. Shit. Anyways, Cosmere, in case you're living under a rock, this is at 9.8 million. 5 days to go. Could it clear 10? It's a lot at this point. 9 million. It is what? The highest grossing tabletop role-playing game Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign ever, right? Is that the stat I can say? Is that accurate? That's the one to beat. Whew. $9.8 million. Magical. No, it's not Magical Kitty Save the Day. It's not that one. Is it Pelgrim? Is it Pelgrim Press? Oh, I don't know what to say. Damn it. Oh, I don't even remember who did it. It's not 13th Age. Not Serpentine. Shoot. Products. Esoteric. No, it's not any of these guys. Shoot. Ars Magica. Dude, you guys come killing me. Not Sorcerer. No. I have to go back like 3 episodes because I'm probably mentioning it on stream. Like they're doing a Kickstarter, revising it, or something. I think there's a graphic reference book regarding your top 10 RPGs, monsters, aliens, and holes in the ground. Stu, yes, I could go to Stu's book. Why is that moving again? Damn it. Not Cult. Not even close. Honestly, Apocalypse World is a bunch of fun, but it's pretty dated when you're played later PBTA games. Games like Mask, Cartel, run so well the player and GM moves, snap together, and run the entire game. All right, well, whatever. I'm moving on. EN World. Let's see if we move and we've skipped one. Torg, no, God blast it all. Here we go. So here's some of the ones. We already talked about Brandon Sanderson's. What is the average? Most popular pledge, $385. Oh, shit. For PDF and print versions of 6 books, a module, GM screen, decks of cards, dice, miniatures, and more. Yeah, that'll do it. That's probably everything right there, right? 380 some bucks. Boom. Booyah. Next one, Ultraviolet Grasslands. Our Golden Age. What is it up to? This one is no slouch. Was that a backer kit? 414,000. Congratulations to those folks at Exalted Funeral. What's inside? 80s Adventures 5e supplement and adventure modules for D&D. 80s Adventures. I'm not the target audience for this one, but okay. And it's funded at $130,000. Wow. Okay. All right. Cool. Kick-ass. The Painted Wastelands. Tim Malloy, Chris Willett. Old School Essentials. From Sharktopus Games. Sharktopus. Sandbox Hexcrawl. In which the edge of dreams inform the world? Yeah, the Painted Wasteland sounds interesting. In this book, you get 35 hexes, 50 monsters, 4 dungeons, and a deck of strange things. Temple of the Whale God, Floating Mausoleum of the Sky Ghouls. Do you need a dangerous OSC setting where the world is dreamlike, psychedelic, and colored like the outfits used in Miami Vice? 40 grand there. Funded. Booyah. Sentience, the role-playing game of artificial consciousness by Ted Hayes. $15 for the PDF. Just coming in. It's coming in at the narrow 6 days to go. It's got a few $100. Will it fund? Funded in 5 hours. Sci-fi setting of crime and conflict. Scoundrels of Brixton. This is compatible with Traveler and Cepheus Engine and other popular game systems. It's an RPG zine. $3 for the PDF. $1,000 goal, made $3 grand. There you go. Booyah. Next one. What's that guy's problem? That guy's not having a good day. Survive This. Zombies Ultimate Edition. TTRPG by Bloat Games. System is Survive This. Core rulebook, $50. No AI used to create this game. Boom. $4 grand of 2,300 funded. Stick figures. They look like Shrinky Dinks, but they're not. Are they on rubber? Like rubber? They're like erasers. Are they? I'm freelancing. Okay, that's want miniatures that combine the board game durability and chunkiness of meeples, but feature dark fantasy horror artwork. You know, there's something to be dark fantasy artwork on fluorescent blue and pink. But if you put it on black, it probably doesn't show up. Tomb Punk companion stick figures. 32 millimeters. These figures are 10 millimeters thick. Unlike standard miniatures, these don't require assembly or painting, just open and use. A good idea, right? Funded. They should make shrinky dinks. And you can do the shrinky dinks, you put them in your oven, and then but they're ones that aren't skinny. Or they come with stands. So I have to say about that. Bring back shrinky dinks. No, it's not Castle Falkenstein. Or is it Falkenstein? I got so many ads for UVG Golden Age. Me too. Exalted, man. Come on, dude. Rick, keep it down. Keep an eye out for Rapscallion if you like pirate fantasy. Whoa, say Sandbox Hexcrawl 5 times fast. They're good. They're pretty cool. I saw some of his previous Merc Bory stuff in store, but quite expensive. Or the Wizards RPG, or perhaps Dungeons and Dragons. No. No. Now I must go find it. No, it's not. Shit. You guys are going to be like, dude, what are you even talking about? It's not even the same game. Shit. Hold on. All right. Got the tome from Mr. Horvath, and I should be able to find it just from the table. Oh no, he went by shoot. He went by decade, not by name. Oh crap, and the index is like oh man. Damn. Oh, that's a lot. GURPS I would put in that Hall of Fame, by the way. Maybe Dread too. Just some of the ones I'm catching. Shoot, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to throw it all in this. As you guys talk amongst yourselves. Let me see. Is it just gonna hit me in the face going through this index of hundreds of RPGs? Oh man, I'm in the B's. If it's any consolation. Oh man. No. Does it start with an M? I don't know, Sean. You won't tell us. I know. I'm trying to find it. Like Dark Tower, probably. Like Dark Tower, or I would probably put in the Hall of Fame, right? For scenarios or adventures. No. Let's see. Drinking Dread. Shoot, man. I thought maybe it's maybe it started with E. Did it start with E? I don't know. Aldrich, no. Shoot. It's not E. It's in this book. I have no doubt. Dude, I don't know. I will find it and I will post it in the comments below when I find out what it is. Jeez. I don't know what it is. Hours later. Anyways, I can't find it. Johnny Quest. Suede. See you, Kev. Here, must be right, aren't you? Are you sure you aren't thinking of D? No, it's not D&D. I thought Magic Users. No, maybe I could be wrong. Struggle. It's coming out like it's like a new thing. Wait a minute. Well, I know who does it. I remember now. I'm pretty sure I know the publishing house. I think it's from Chaosium, if that helps. It's not Wendy's RPG. It's arrogant. Get to your game, dude. Where is it? It's not 7. Rune Quest. Sean, Rune Quest. What are you talking about? Rune Quest. That's the damn game. Rune Quest. Why? I don't know why. Rune Quest. One of those I've never played, but it's been out there forever. Rune Quest. Maybe it was all. It's not all Magic users. Maybe I was wrong. All wizards. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. There, I found it. There you go. The struggle. Dude. Huh. Whatever. I don't know. Tim, you guessed it. Nice job. All right, see you there again. I know nobody would have guessed it. That's why you don't play as wizards. Am I thinking of a different one? Is it basic role playing? I don't know. Maybe it's a different one. But I'm pretty sure. Okay, I got my wires crossed. Man, am I getting? This is. I should have started the episode with this. Stay tuned to find out what the hell Sean's talking about. I don't know why. I equated RuneQuest and Ars Magica. Like, I don't know. I think it's just they're in my brain at the same time in my life that I never played and had heard of and had been around for a while and just never got to the table, never owned. I don't know. Whatever. I think it's RuneQuest. Wouldn't it be different? I could come across the thing later and realize, like, oh, it wasn't RuneQuest, it was something else. Rituals, maybe that's what, right? Rituals or something. I don't know, dude. Okay, here comes. Shit, dude. I'm gonna wrap this up. It's out of control at this point. I just don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Not ElfQuest. No, it's not Blue Rose. Stop, you guys. You're just like way off. Whatever it is, it's not. I am probably telling you the RPG type. And you're like, oh, that's this. And I'm like, no, it's not. Well, yeah, it is, Sean. You're describing literally Delta Green. And I'm like, but it's not Delta Green. I have not played Harn yet. Harn would be another one, right? Like, I guess. Harn, right? Even though, yeah, I don't know. Anyways. Sorry for driving you guys completely bonkers for the last 10 minutes. I want to thank all these folks for supporting me and donating a few bucks of their hard-earned money. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you all for being here this fine day to entertain me and yell obscenities at your screen and type frantically into your keyboard. I really appreciate it. So 10 minutes. Harrigan, what are you doing? He's sitting at the table waiting for the game master. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. If you haven't given the like, please do. I would do the same for you. As a matter of fact, if they had a like button for you, I would definitely smash that damn thing. All of you, every single one of you deserve a like button. That's all I'm saying. Oh, he's walking to the hotel. So thank you very much. Take some time to do your own thing. Hope you're playing some really interesting games. If you haven't joined our Discord, please do so. Some of the great people in the chat are over there talking about games and playing games and sharing promotions and doing all kinds of stuff in the hobby. So it's a good group of people, and I'm glad to be a part of your community. So. Yes. Even Brett has been making his rounds in the Discord. So, make sure you razz the crap out of him. Otherwise, be a positive force in the tabletop RPG hobby. Spend some time with yourself. If you need to get away from the craziness of life, spend time with people you appreciate. And I hope to see you next week where I stream 8 a.m. Central Time here every Saturday morning. So. Thanks. We'll catch you on the next one. See ya.